What's happening? Today, we're talking about my favorite players. Bang, bang, bang. There is no criteria, but comment down below your favorite players in this iteration thus far. I've also decided to throw them into a hypothetical starting 11. Let's begin with the honorable mentions. Substitutions. This has no criteria other than I've enjoyed using these players. I'm not making an esports build. It's not about the best. It's about preference. And time management. Players that I've put some minutes, some PT, some deliverables. I know what they're all about. They stood out. End of an era. Gareth Bale. Going to be doing a lot more golfing. Congrats on the retirement. I actually think he's a player that maybe doesn't get the respect that his career really deserved or earned. It's wild when I think back. I've seen the complete career of Gareth Bale, start to finish. So have some of you. I should say, if you have not subscribed, it's free to do so. Like the video, it shares it with a bigger audience. Casemiro, pleasantly surprised, held it down in the midfield. Welcome to Manchester United. You could have argued for a team of the year. Eric Cantona, he's just my type of striker. He's a bruiser, he's a presence, but still has the skills, some of that versatility, the expression, slicing, dicing, aggressive, temperamental. We accept all of the above here at Mediocre Clout FC. That new Fofana, and I actually like the previous version as well. There's something weird. He's unique, and he reminds me of the throwback Sissoko. If you date back a few years in FIFA, the stats don't necessarily make sense, especially when it comes to some of the agility and responsiveness, but it's there. I promise you, it's present. Antoine Griezmann, specifically with the double 5-piece, did not see this coming. Movement, spacing, providing, electric on the offensive end with long-range efforts. Look, Ben Yedder is still a conversation piece for me. I live in New York City. We got sewers, we got rats. He plays into that narrative. He's a conversationalist, and I scored a lot of goals with him. Does that make me a sweat? Are we rat-tastic? Perhaps. And another surprise. Gonna be plenty of gems, feel like, on this list. Nakata, who has never been very good in FIFA. In fact, it's an icon that you hope to never pack, now transitioned into a hero that I believe goes above and beyond. If you have not given him an opportunity in your team, you will be surprised whether you're playing as a center mid, attacking mid, a winger, even a specialist if you're going with a false 9 approach in the final third. We're going with an official hypothetical starting 11. Goalkeeper, it's got to be Van der Sar, most trusted for the last 5 years. I still appreciate the baby version, the 87 overall, but it does not matter. Pick a version. There's so much preference with goalkeepers. You've heard me say that once. That is going to be a repeat record. Virgil van Dijk, we're looking at the Team of the Year version. An absolute beast, monster, ogre in the back line, controls everything. You can't get past him. Deliberate, professional, offensive. I didn't say offensive. Offensive. Big body archetype, just unstoppable. Lucio, what a player. And there's a couple variations. You could pick one or the other. He actually outperforms his stats. If we started doing a read-off, he's in starting 11s right here, right now, in the esports builds where they have every player, all access pass, and they're still going with Lucio. I am surprised every single time I use him and go up against him. The way that he locks down, the long legs keep going. The man is an aggressive grasshopper. I don't know if a center back ever wanted to be described like that. And let me reintroduce myself. We have Vidic. What a revival item. This player had been dusted. I always liked him as a bit more of an underrated player in recent times, as an icon that's not maybe getting the focus he deserves. But with that new Team of the Year icon, wow. Put him into the lineup. Let him orchestrate. Let him break up plays. Let him take up space. We're going 3 center backs. Let's get into the middies. And a player that I thought would never be here. Absolutely no chance. Dirk Kuyt. Might be the biggest surprise from anyone on my selections. I packed him, therefore I had to use him, or I chose to give him at least a run through. And I only have superlatives and compliments for this man. He is the Allen Wrench of FIFA utility players. I've played him in the midfield, wings, striker. I played him as a fullback. I think I even tried him as a center back at one point. He was never going to be high on my priority list, but once I put him into motion, I realized what type of player we actually had. And that might be a theme. Some of the players are very meta. Other ones just caught me off guard, or maybe I even liked the price point and I just kept having him in that rotational. Speaking of, Toni Kroos. I'm a fan of him in real life. We're no longer walk speed. We got that 5+5. Perfection in the midfield. Finally, some responsiveness. Man's taking us up top. I'm talking Elon Cruz. rocket ships, the inevitable, both feet, lots of additional range, a pure FIFA sniper. Did I mention I'm biased and I'm a major supporter of Toni Kroos? If not, we can insert that again. Let's shift to the right. David Beckham. Wow, wow, wow. This item is phenomenal. Come on, let's be honest on this channel. Since Beckham's been introduced to FIFA, you might have wanted to really incorporate his icon, that resurgence, that replication, but it did not translate to FIFA success. This is our first time that we have a Beckham that is blessed. He's got the burner, he's got the pace, the man is smoking defenders, and then he kept the ability with that precision, the ability to pinpoint and switch the pitch, those beautiful reactions. We got skill moves, everything is here. How could you not enjoy David Beckham after the upgrades? Hand clap. Off to the left, I got Di Maria, that World Cup iteration. I'm just scoring all sorts of different extracurriculars. Bangers, skill move sessions, 1-2 punches, deceptive like you could not believe. I was gonna say Decepticon? What's the transformer called? I'm doing that. We're creating and replicating, maneuvering, scoop turning, shoulder shaking, body feigning, ins, outs, razzle with the dazzle. And at the center attacking mid selection, I have that Santa Payette. This was a gift from EA, and he's built different. And if I must, in fact, I will. Remember, I'm not only going off ability. I can give you the best player in every position in a separate video. Maybe I'll make that. Give you the top 5. You have no budgets, no implication, no nothing. Keyword favorite. This Payette, he has put in a shift. Overtime. He works through the holidays, before and after. As for my strikers, I guarantee you didn't predict this. I'm gonna read through the comments. I've got the likes of Diego Forlan, who has been extra impactful, both versions again. From his original hero to the World Cup upgrade, they get busy. They got active footwork. A lot of Vamos have been shared collectively. And on the other side, I've gone with another big body, Derda Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's just unique, unorthodox. A lot of controversy around this item in general as well. We got all sorts of late game statistical shifts. I saw it on Twitter. It was not full of a lot of positivity, and for good reason. What was happening? What did I invest in? What was I actually receiving? Which leads me to the starting 11. And again, if you want me to go over the best players, every single position, I might be due for that video. Like this, put it in the comments. I'll put that together. It'll take a minute, but I'll give you everything you need to know in terms of pickups in the current marketplace. This was about favoritism and plenty of bias. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop some love. If you're new to the channel, it is free to subscribe, and I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.